Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. This is Anytime Media. We are your hosts. My name is Ocean Subiano.
I'm Taylor Veer.
On today's episode, we are going to bring to you guys our breakdown of episode 5 and 6. No, 6 and 7.
Yep.
Of Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. Okay? The reason why we're doing 2 episodes is because we missed last week because I was out of town, so couldn't film. But
He sucks.
Okay. But we are going to talk about both episodes this week. And then from here on out to the end of the season, we'll be week by week. So, there's a lot that happened in these episodes, but, you know, I don't think there's a lot that happened in these episodes. We're going to get to the bottom of it. We're going to kind of move quickly in this because we do have 2 episodes worth of content to cover, which is basically a feature-length film.
Yeah, so let's try not to do
Yeah.
that.
So we're going to try and move quickly. So, spoiler-free review. Yes.
Enjoyed it.
Yeah. I mean, for those of you that have been keeping up with our week by week, I've had some, not complaints, but just some things to say that I wanted to see, and they're finally starting to bring that in.
Got action.
Yeah, we're getting action. We're finally seeing the story develop. Well, not finally, but we're seeing the major plot points of the story unfold. The things that have been talked about for the last 5 episodes are starting to unfold. Things are happening before our eyes. Ties into the Lord of the Rings that we know are being made, and more questions are being raised. So I'm still all in. I'm still like, I enjoyed these 2 episodes. They were good. Didn't think they were bad. Don't really have any issues, really, to be honest. Like, nothing really stood out to me, but yeah, still, I mean, like we say every week, if you come this far, you might as well just finish it. But
Yeah.
for those of you that are still wondering whether or not you should watch it, yes, you should watch it.
For some reason,
Yeah.
you're wondering. Yeah.
Like,
At this
yes,
point.
watch the series. They are 70-minute episodes, but they are worth it. They don't really, like, to me, they're not starting to feel like 70-minute episodes now. They're starting to feel a lot quicker, just because more is happening. But I've enjoyed it. I enjoyed these 2 episodes.
Yeah. I like these 2 episodes a lot. I do have very minor things that I, of course, always
Sure,
pick
yeah.
out, which, you know, I'll try not to really bring it up because it's not really that much of a big
I
deal.
can talk about it.
But I like where the story's going. I like where the characters are doing.
Yep.
A lot of stuff's happening.
A lot of stuff that we
Really
predicted.
excited for stuff coming up. And yeah, these are definitely some, you know, 2 worthy episodes.
Yeah, for sure. All right, scores. I'm still at an 8. I'm not dropping or going up. Just staying the course for now. They did give me the action that I was asking for, so for that reason, I will stay at an 8. If they hadn't, I probably would have dropped. But I'm still waiting for the finale. And once that happens, it may push it up to a 10, may stay at an 8. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't remember what my last score was, but 8 sounds good to me.
Yeah. For both episodes. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, not a whole lot that we can talk about in this spoilers free section. So now that that's over with, ladies and gentlemen, this is your official.
Spoiler alert.
Now we can get into the nitty and gritty and talk about the things that happened in episode 5 or 6 and 7. Okay. First thing that I want to talk about, because I literally made this prediction and it came true, and I just, want to toot my own horn a little bit. Mordor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm pretty happy with myself.
Yeah, that's fine.
I was pretty happy with myself that I figured it out.
Figured it out.
I'm the world's
Run
greatest
ahead.
detective. But yeah, the Southlands and the land that they were fighting over in episode 7 becomes Mordor once the things that happened in the episode happened, right?
Yeah.
So, which we'll talk about. But we finally see how Mordor came to be and what created Mordor. We see Mount Doom's birth, or it's not birth, but just reactivation, I
Yeah.
guess. And it was glorious. It's pretty dope.
Yep.
Thought it was awesome. Probably the best part of the episodes, in my opinion. But
Yeah. So I just want to say, I want to cover episode 6 real briefly. Which
Yeah.
this is the end of episode 6.
is it?
Yeah.
No.
Because we start off 7 with everybody coming out of the ashes and stuff.
Oh, right. Because
Yeah.
Gladio.
This is literally the
The
like
end.
epic
Yeah.
ending of
of
6.
episode 6. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Right. So episode 6. I didn't like this one as much as I like 7 more.
Sure.
But the whole Southland fighting thing, didn't really care for it, but the end, I like the ending. Is pretty
Okay.
much it.
So what Taylor's referring to is the orcs under Adar assaulted the tower, the watchtower. The only person that was there was Arondir,
Yeah.
and Arondir managed to do some elf stuff.
Yeah, I don't mind that he does these like, crazy Legolas things, but the tower specifically, look,
Yeah.
you shot one arrow, bro, and that thing just crumbled.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, who designed this tower?
Yeah.
Who is
you
so
designed a tower
stupid?
that was held together by straps
Now look,
and
this
all
is
these
basically
ropes.
like, because you think about it, it's like almost like the Death Star, right?
Right.
Who does that?
Yeah.
Where you have like, yes, it is nearly impossible to be destroyed, except for this
One little hole, but nobody will ever shoot down that hole. It's
Come
fine.
on. Who does that?
Yeah, no, I definitely felt a little bit of that. I was kind of like, this is a little too convenient,
Yeah.
little too easy.
But again, whatever. You
yeah.
just kind of just push past
It was a plot point, not a.
because they're like, oh, what the twist? You thought
Yeah.
we were here? Just
We're
kidding.
not. Yeah, while all the villagers, I guess, snuck out the back door, went around the mountain or something,
Yeah, some,
and then
yes.
went back to their village, which they felt was a better place to defend than
some reason.
the tower that's up on the top of a mountain.
With
I
one
don't know.
single
Whatever.
path coming up it. Yeah,
Yeah, a bridge that you could have taken out. But whatever. These are Southlanders, obviously. Tactics, they're just a little.
They're idiots, I guess.
Yeah, yes. I don't know.
It's not even just them. So when
Yeah.
they're in the town, right? Then defending town, right? Cool, whatever. They're like, oh, they can only come from this one bridge.
Yeah.
But when they
What?
when they show the bridge,
It's
you
like
can
this
walk
tiny
around
little-
it.
Yeah.
It's not even a real
Yeah,
bridge.
it's just like a little creek that it goes
Like,
over.
bro,
That's just
but-
minorly inconvenient to
and
walk
then
through.
it's more annoying because they're like, oh yes, this is how that works, and they just all funnel in
Yeah, through the
down
bridge.
this one road over the bridge. It's like, just walk around.
Yeah.
You act like
And they're
this
in the
village
middle.
is
They're not
surrounded
even
by
like.
a
They're not
river
like
or
sat
anything.
up against a mountain.
No,
with
you could literally just
go
casually
around
walk around. Like you could
Yeah.
surround the village.
and all come at once.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little, those are those kind of things that are
And then
movie magic.
They're like,
that are just,
they're strat for defending the village. Dude, come on.
yeah. It reminded me of
So tough.
Last Samurai, the final battle where they cut off the
That was
the
better
tie.
than this, though.
But yeah,
This is like
this is
scuffed
like a
version
shitty
of that.
version of
Yeah,
that.
this is scuffed version of that. It actually
Bronwyn
worked
couldn't
then,
even-
but this was just like there's no. Okay, so I guess they did create a fire,
Sure.
even though they screwed up the plan and somehow knocked this orc, stole his torch, lit the thing, launched it, and then it set the little fire trap thing. And then like the next scene, like an orc just kicks a box
Yeah.
down and they're free.
and they're good.
Oh my gosh,
They were so scared.
man, oh so dangerous.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I guess it's what we could have expected from a bunch of villagers that have no military training. I guess
I'd rather them just literally charge to their
yeah.
death. Like
charged to their death.
something. Like it's just stupid. And then they're all like half of them are just hiding in the inn or whatever.
Yeah.
Barricaded. Oh, yeah,
no,
so I
no.
could just light it on fire and
Not
you'll
in
all
the
die.
end. To the keep. That's all I could think of. They called it their keep, and all I could think of was everybody yelling to the keep. The whole
Well,
time.
that was only for the fighters though, right? I'm talking about most of the population which
Was-
weren't fighting, were just already hiding in there.
Yeah, but they called it the keep,
Yeah.
or they called it.
think
This
it's-
is our keep. So, as soon as somebody said keep, all I
You know
could
what would
think
have
of
been
was
funny is if they slipped and they're like, "This is our Alamo." Wait, what is an Alamo, bro?
yeah,
Because that's
That's-
typically
yeah.
what we refer to that as
Right.
in real life.
the last stand. Yeah,
You know, but yeah,
yeah. I hear you. I
that one
understand.
orc though,
Dude, are you talking
the
about the
Jack,
Jack, dude?
yeah, like-
what the hell was that?
I don't know, but
heavy
he's cool
breathing.
though. Yeah, a lot of heavy,
Heavy
breathing.
breathing.
A little too much, but like it emphasizes stature,
just-
I guess.
Huge.
Yeah.
It was a
He's
little
like the only
gross.
giant orc.
Yeah,
all the
when-
blood thing.
Dude, yeah,
it's like,
Rondir stabs him
you
in
just
the eye
let
with
that
like
go
a
right in your mouth. For
yeah, spit in my mouth.
yeah, pretty much.
It was just. It looked like the orc's brains were just falling out of his head,
Yeah.
and he was somehow still able to like function. But yeah, that thing was huge.
Yeah,
we haven't
he
like
was
that's
huge.
not an Urukai. That thing was bigger than that and stronger than an Urukai. I've never.
That's probably about actually the size of Urukai, but I think the difference
Size
of
comparison, yeah.
it just looks
Fucking
different. But
dude was
yeah, he was huge.
Yeah.
He was like
on
it's like
that
the first time we
testosterone.
saw Chrysanthemum in Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like, oh crap, dude.
Rondir gets saved by Bronwyn.
Yeah.
So it's nice, you know.
Yeah, they have their moments.
I will say that I am actually glad that we finally get to see Bronwyn and Rondir kind of just like say, you know what, fuck it, we're together. Like we're
Yeah.
we're a thing. You know, like it's
It
nice
is
to
what
see
it
that
is.
that they're just kind of like whatever, we don't care. I love you, you love me. We're one big happy family with you, our degenerate child.
Yeah, pretty much.
That was nice to see. But yeah, that battle was interesting.
And then we find out that
They were fighting their. Is that what you're talking about?
yeah. Oh no,
Oh.
I was trying to just skip over the rest of the fight.
Oh,
But yeah, they
yeah.
do end up finding out that the first wave was like their traitor
Yeah.
people, whatever. And they're like, "Oh my gosh,
Oh,
I
we
never would
killed
have saw this coming." Oh.
Oh, surprise!
And then element of surprise. And then the actual orcs come.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, "Oh, we're screwed."
So one thing that I didn't quite like was the fast forwarding of the Numenor timeline.
Hella fast.
That was like, I would have rather them not even have shown anything about Numenor on the boats, because earlier in the episode, you see,
was a very
a
awkward
scene between,
scene.
huh?
It was an awkward scene too.
Yeah, it was a scene between Galadriel and Isildur. They hadn't met yet. He wanted to see the land first or whatever, and she said, I already see it
I've
because
been seeing it for
my elf
miles."
eyes.
And it's so the reason why I hated that scene is because you can see the land.
Yeah, I
right
can
in the
see it
back.
behind her.
Bro,
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Maybe you're an elf. I don't know.
Oh, sorry. I forgot.
But yeah, that scene was a little cringy. But then they go in, or the captain, Elendil, goes into the I don't know, fucking cabin or whatever where the queen is, and they talk about their plan. They're like, oh, it's a day's sail
Blah, 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 blah.
into the mountain.
Make haste. All right. And
And then it's a day's ride to the village, and it's just like, okay. First of all, how did you know exactly what village to go to? Like,
Palantir.
Yeah, I don't know. But on top of that, like, it goes from that them saying, "Oh, we have a 2 days travel," where basically
to
oh, we're here.
Well, it went from that to scuffed Rohirrim charge to
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
To the there. Like, they're like, oh, we're on boat. Now we're on land. Now we're there.
Yeah, yeah. It was. I didn't really care for that. I would have rather had a like, what is it? First light of the fifth day moment.
Yeah.
Like where
They just show up
where
at the
they just
last
show
second.
up and there's like, we're here now.
Like, they think it's all going to be,
Yeah.
they're all going to die, and then they save them. Yeah, that would have been better.
I would have liked that
something
better instead of them trying to be like, oh yeah, we were on the sea. Oh yeah, we're on the land now. Oh yeah, we're here. Like,
Duh, and they're like full charge.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is cool.
it was cool to
get to
see
see people
Numenor
actually
riding.
Still hate their
yeah,
uniforms.
still hate their armor.
Still sucks.
Except for the helmets. The helmets
Especially
are dope.
that you're on horses, even more so.
Yeah.
Super scuffed Rohan. Captain Lindo's the only one who looks cool. The Queen looks
I
cool.
like the Queen's helmet.
She looks
It's
cool
pretty
too.
dope.
Her armor in general is just,
Yeah.
you know, it's gold. So,
Yeah.
but she looks cool. The rest of them, you all look like losers. Sorry. The way they fight, not a fan of it. Like, I'm glad we got fighting, but it was a little awkward.
Didn't seem like they kind of knew what they were doing.
Yeah, they
Like, I would have
honestly, they just look
expected
like idiots.
soldiers of Numenor to be superior fighters.
I mean, I guess it makes sense because half of them aren't even real soldiers. They're
True.
just
They're
random
volunteers.
civvies that
Yeah.
volunteered, which is kind of dumb. But anyways, yeah, they'll fight. They ended up winning the battle, and then they get the quick trick from somebody stealing the old dude stealing the sword.
Yes, I don't know when that would have happened.
Don't know. It's not shown. Steals the sword.
Yeah.
They have this chase scene with Adar, which makes
Oh, dude.
no sense from the way they portray it.
Yeah, that what's his face comes from the other direction.
Yeah.
Halbrand.
There were some
What I
things I
did
liked
like,
about
though-
it was Galadriel
Yes,
speaking to the horse
Speaking to her horse.
to run faster was cool.
I love that.
It's like Arwen,
Yeah.
which was cool. Halbrand, he's cool, but he came out of nowhere and then just wrecks him, his horse. Right? I mean, he doesn't kill it, but he just knocks it down. And then they capture him, whatever, and then they realize the sword's not there. And like, oh no, what a twist. And the old guy's in the spot, I guess, and then he sticks the thing in there, turns the key, because it's a...
Do you think that Adar gave him the sword?
No, he stole it.
He stole it from like Galadriel or somebody
Yeah.
at some point. Because I'm trying to think. I don't remember seeing it. I don't remember specifically seeing the sword after they capture Adar.
So
And even when Adar's on the ground
moment
reaching
that
for
he's
it,
supposed to have supposedly stolen it, from what I remember, is the period of time when Theo gives Arondir the sword. Arondir hides the sword with nobody looking. And then at that point, I imagine the old man goes, watches him, grabs it, steals it, puts a hammer at replacing it. And that's when Theo reveals the location, and then they pull it out. But that's already the hammer at that point, is what I imagine. You know, when they have that little confrontation thing
inside the
in
inn.
the inn.
But
yeah.
that's before Numenor gets there, though.
Yeah, I know. But that is when Adar gets the sword.
Yeah.
Because they kind of win, right, against
Right.
the villagers, which is right before the Numenorians
Right,
get there.
right.
That's how Adar gets the sword, is when Theo reveals its location
Right.
in the inn. Why he hides it there, I don't know. You could have picked a little better spot than that, bro.
And I thought
Like,
nobody was supposed to know.
Yep. So apparently you suck. And yeah, that's when I imagine he steals it and swaps, does the
Okay.
old switcheroo. But yeah, takes the key,
Yeah.
unlocks the thing. It opens up
Apparently-
a dam basically and releases the river. And then it goes along,
the river.
which I love that moment. Water goes down the channel that they've been digging this whole time. That trench system goes all the way to Mount Doom.
Mount Doom.
And then the water goes in, and then eruption.
I'm in. Oh, special delivery.
First delivery.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our in-house chef.
I'm Zach.
Yeah, he just made us some delicious rolls. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
He's really our slave.
We're gonna demonetize
Sex
for that.
slave.
So yeah, that's the birth of Mount Doom. That's what. Oh jeez.
Oh, you
My
ruined
bad.
it.
My bad. That's what creates this.
Massive.
Yeah, and it's Pompeii basically,
eruption, Yeah.
and everybody gets wrecked.
It's very cool. I love the
pretty dope.
visuals,
So,
but it also was weird because of like what happens after. Like it's
Yeah.
weird that nobody's like really affected by it.
yeah, like in reality, all of these people right
'Cause I
here,
imagine they would have
dead,
suffocated immediately,
dead,
right?
like just straight up dead. Like nobody's surviving that.
Like that
If you're that close,
yeah.
No, I don't care if you're an elf or I don't care. You're dead. Okay, you can't breathe inside there
Yeah,
because everything is just ash and heat and smoke. You can't breathe. The heat alone would kill you, and you like especially for someone like Galadriel who was knocked out by it and spent time unconscious. You're dead.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, you're not surviving that. But whatever, I get it. Movie magic.
So yeah,
People survived.
moving past that.
People survived. Galadriel and
That's
Theo.
where episode 7 picks up.
Yeah. Galadriel and Theo have their...
Unfortunately, Theo survives.
Yeah, unfortunately. Fucking kid. And they have this, like, nice moment, I guess, on their way to... back to the encampment that Numenor set
It's a
up.
stupid moment. Well, it ends up being stupid.
Yeah. We'll make a soldier out of you.
Again, I hate this crap. But yeah, gives Theo her sword for a little bit. And then, like, it's like nighttime, and they're just like, kind of laying there, and then they hear some noises. So Theo, for some reason, thinks he's got balls now, and he immediately draws the sword and makes noise. And then that's when they almost get caught by all the orcs moving around. And then, yeah.
Annoying.
Anyways, yeah, I still hate him. So yeah.
So they make it back. Some other people that survive are Elendil and the Queen. Well, actually, it was Elendil and some other people, like other soldiers and stuff. And
Most
then
of
the Queen
people,
survived.
most of the, important characters, I
Yeah,
guess.
Valandir. Unfortunately, what's his name? Tom or Ramatan, or no, the third friend.
Oh, Antamo.
Antamo, yeah, Antamo did not survive. Sorry, brother. And then there's this scene of the Queen.
I mean, technically, we don't see Isildur, do we?
No, we do.
Oh.
Because the Queen helps Isildur save Valandir, and then they all go and try and save some people from a house that's burning, and the roof is about to collapse. They're in there. The Queen gets some hot ash and stuff in her face, and Isildur is like holding up a log or whatever for some people to escape, and then that's the last we see of Isildur. The roof caves in. Isildur is assumed dead, which is obviously not true. Because if Isildur dies, that literally just like wrecks all of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
like,
nothing should exist after that.
So obviously he's not dead because there's no way that they would do that.
But they don't show him after that.
Yeah, you don't see him for the rest of the episode, and he is presumed dead by the Queen and Valandir, and that's what they tell Isildur's father, Elendil, when they meet up in the forest on the way to the encampment.
I just want to say I really hate how Elendil acts in this episode. Yeah. And on top of that, it's not even just a preference thing. I think it actually goes against his character
I would agree. He all of a sudden becomes like resentful of Galadriel because he's like, oh, you caused this. Like if I had never picked you up on the boat, none of this would have ever happened.
Yeah, he kind of just has like a breakdown and stuff.
Yeah.
And
I mean, maybe he's just so emotional about losing his son that his normal character patterns are just breaking down, and hopefully in the future it'll be rebuilt. But to me, that detracts from the character that Elendil is, because that's not what I would expect from a high captain in the Numenor Navy.
I wouldn't. Yeah, regardless of whether that's the case or not, I just don't expect him to act that way.
Yeah,
even having his son killed,
yeah,
him being this, high-ranking captain, soldier, whatever, for a long time, I would not expect anybody to immediately have that reaction.
Right.
I expect you to do that when you're by yourself, after everything's been done and you're like alone, and then you're like, all right, now I can let my feelings
process everything.
Yeah.
And if that's the conclusion that you come to, that it is Galadriel's fault, then okay. But yeah, you've been in the service.
Yeah. I just don't believe it.
I would agree with that. Obviously, once the Isildur comes back, it'll change everything.
Yeah, but still,
yeah.
I was sad to see an episode where I was like, I don't like you.
Yeah.
Especially because he's one of my favorite characters.
100%. I love Elendil. And then we find out that the Queen Regent is now blind,
Yep.
which sucks.
It sure does.
Yeah, sucks for her, man. It sucks. I don't wish that on anybody. But we do get this very nice moment between her and Galadriel where she basically vows to come back and finish what they started, essentially, right? Like she's gonna come back and save them.
Even
like,
that moment was ruined by Elendil,
right? Because he walked
like,
away.
come on,
Yeah.
man. Like,
Do they come back?
yeah,
They do.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. Because I could see them not coming back, like them just not making it back somehow for some reason. I don't know. I guess they're gonna come back for the final battle or whatever.
I say you should know they come back for the War of the Last Alliance
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
because there's only two
Yeah.
races involved in that.
Right.
That's the humans and the elves.
Yeah, you're right. My bad. You're right. So yeah, they're obviously gonna come back, and that's pretty much the gist of that storyline. Mordor was created. We officially know that area is now known as Mordor, which is exciting. And then Adar, we see Adar and his orcs kind of start to settle in. He's like, "This is your home now. You don't have to wear
it's
your
like,
cloaks."
Take off all your
Yeah.
stupid clothes because now you know.
Oh, that's another thing that happens. We find out that Adar is one of the first Uruks. Right?
Don't
Yeah. Uruk, not Orc. Uruk.
Orcs are Uruks.
Yeah, but he like specifically like because Galadriel called him an orc, and she's like Uruk.
Yeah. And I mean,
Right?
and
He's one of the first ones, right?
well,
That's what I don't know. That's the conversation that they had in the barn when she was interrogating him.
I don't remember the exact conversation, but I'm sure it was really just the "I'm one of them" kind of thing. Because you can again, it plays into his character. He's not. He clearly has sympathy for the orcs. They use the names interchangeably. Just know it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Uruk is orc in, I guess,
Kenya
Elvish or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
That particular type of Elvish. But it's the same thing. They use it interchangeably, so I guess it, whatever.
I'm pretty sure that's what he says, though. Pretty sure he says he was one of the first orcs.
He's not an orc, though. But
I don't know. I mean, I don't know
I don't know. I don't remember.
that conversation. We'll have to watch it again.
But either way, yeah, Mordor. It's now Mordor.
It's dope.
Got Mount Doom. They're gonna start building whatever,
Yep.
starting their armies.
The Black Gate.
Numerians basically
They go back home.
take that L and they're going back home.
Yeah.
Or pretty much all of them took an L. And then, yeah.
Galadriel and Halbrand are headed to the Elvish kingdom in order to heal Halbrand because he's hurt
Yeah, he
and needs Elvish medicine. And yeah, it's pretty much that from that storyline. But it's not the only storyline that we have.
As far as do the Harfoots first?
Yeah,
or-
let's go.
okay.
Let's go Harfoots first.
It's pretty short, too.
I guess the only one I have is this.
Yeah.
Still have no idea what the hell this thing is.
Nope. Honestly, I don't know who they are. I don't really care, and they're just kind of like
They're just kind of there. They haven't.
for no reason.
There's been no story. There's been no character development of these guys. All we know
We just
is
see
that they're
them,
tracking down the guy that fell out of the sky,
Yeah.
and they're not nice because they.
Well, they don't seem nice.
Well, they set all the Harfoot stuff on fire. It's not cool, man.
Okay, but the Harfoots they were being assholes too. Like, I'm
mean,
not saying that justifies
not
them lighting all
really.
their stuff on fire.
Because Nori pops out and she's like, hey, he went that way, not that way. And then,
Yeah, Nori did that.
Yeah.
But they just kicked him out of their group after he was the one who literally used magic to revive the forest,
Oh, yeah,
which gave
I mean-
them all this fruit and stuff and food. And then they're like, "Oh, it's a miracle," and they're just taking it like it's free, and as if the guy did nothing, and then they kick him out like, "Yeah, get the fuck out of here."
Well, they kicked him out before all of this stuff got revived.
Yeah, but it's obvious that
yeah, it was
they
clear that it
literally
was
have
them.
clearly he did his thing, and they're like, "Oh, so scary." Because he did this weird thing on the tree, and they don't know what's going on. It's
branch fell
scary.
and almost killed
But
Nori.
sure,
And
I understand things that we don't know are terrifying. But come on, like the kid thing with the
Yeah.
branch falling. Why are you walking up to the tree? If you see him doing this weird thing, why would you approach it? Just back up like a normal person.
They needed a
and then they have
reason-
to blame him for it. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're just
they needed a
gaslighting
reason
him.
to be
like, oh no,
afraid.
what are you doing? And then they're like, get out of here.
Yeah.
And then he saves the forest, and then they're like, oh, wow, it's so lucky. It's totally not from this guy who just did this thing, but we just kicked him out. Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, but these guys are not nice though. They set all the Harfoots on fire. That's
No,
not-
they set all their stuff on
yeah.
fire.
Yeah, but they didn't know that they kicked the guy out. They
They knew they kicked him out. They didn't care to have a reason to do it. They just didn't want him to be there because they were afraid.
I don't know. They're whatever. These people, until we find out more about them, they're kind of like inconsequential. We have no idea how they affect the story or if they affect the story.
Yeah.
We still don't know what the hell the
I don't know,
stranger
but
is.
their like power level is through the roof.
Godlike. Yeah.
Like I don't know who they are, what they do,
can
but they can
teleport, I guess.
basically teleport.
Yeah.
I can't say they can teleport because I don't really know because of the camera work and stuff.
Yeah.
But it seems like they teleport. She absorbs the fire and then uses it. So this person's rogue now from X-Men. In case you didn't know, but with hoods and stuff, I don't know.
It's weird.
It's wild.
Yeah.
The stranger dude does this weird thing, but I like that
Magic
it's very slow. But he kind of just goes off on his own. There's like a short little thing where Nori gives him an apple,
Yeah.
and then
There wasn't really much development. It's just more of the same. More of
the
like,
same.
who the heck is this guy? What is he? How does he play into the story? How do these people play in the story? Like, it's just we have no idea. Still.
yeah. The only development was that we got powers being used.
Yeah.
That's about it.
We know that these guys are at least the one in the middle is some serious
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, and the stranger too. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's about it for that.
Yep, that's about it for them. And then
We'll be back to our favorites story,
Yes.
which is the Durin and Elrond.
during
Storyline.
Elrond storyline, which is really sad. It's very sad, but also like
It's mixed.
yeah. So Durin and Elrond go back to Khazad-dûm to try and convince King Durin to allow the elves access to the Mithril mines. Basically, King Durin says no. He says,
Yeah.
we're not going to risk dwarven lives to help elves. Their fate was decided a long time ago by people wiser than us. And it's just like, okay, whatever. Durin fights him on the issue. Like, basically tells him you're an old hag that is too stuck in the old ways. Like, you're too scared. Like, we need to be progressing
Yeah.
and moving forward. And the king doesn't want to have it. So then we see this scene of Durin and Elrond, saying goodbye, whatever. And Elrond leaves a leaf from the tree that was infected or whatever on the table and sets down Mithril next to it. And after Elrond leaves,
Well, he like throws it. It just
Yeah.
happens to land next to it.
the leaf is healed by the Mithril, apparently.
Yeah.
And so then Durin and Issa are like, wait, we'll just do it on our own.
Yeah.
So they go to the Mithril mine, they start mining. They find a gigantic chasm of Mithril, like huge
Yeah,
deposit.
like if you saw this in Minecraft,
You would just be like,
you're winning.
yeah. And then at that moment, King Durin finds him and kicks
Shuts it all
out
down.
Elrond. And then King Durin and Durin get into it even more. And basically, Durin, like, just lets him have it, just unloads on him, and King Durin, like, I guess, kicks him out or something, or I guess he disowns him. Maybe is a good
kind of.
yeah. He like rips off his crest. He's like, that's not yours anymore.
Yeah.
And so at that moment, as far as we know it, Elrond is kicked out of Khazad-dûm. The Mithril mines are sealed and shut by King Durin, and Durin is no longer in the good graces of his father. However, Disa and Durin decide, you know what, screw it. Like, this kingdom, it belongs to us, and we're gonna become the captains now.
Look at me. I am the captain.
And for me, that scene just solidified my love for Disa. That's a true woman right there. That's a true ride or die. Like, your wife is telling you, like, F your father. This is your kingdom, baby. We gonna rule it together. Like, that's a ride or die right there. I like that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they're both really good. I don't really like how King Durin was in this episode.
Yeah, but we knew it wasn't gonna be easy. There's no way that King Durin was just like, oh yeah, take all, you know, have the me through. It's cool. We gonna save your life. It's cool. Obviously, that would have been too easy. So we had to have some
I
kind
just
of
hated
obstacle.
that it was like, because I remember in their argument he was like, "I'm so much older and wiser than all of you," and it's like, you're older, sure, but I mean, doesn't
Just because you're older doesn't mean you're wiser. Yeah, the way that it ended begs the question of how is Durin going to take over, basically, or how is this storyline?
I only have one question by the end of this episode.
So it's, I mean, is he gonna like kill his father?
No,
I don't think he's gonna go that extreme, but like, what is he gonna do to be able to?
Here's what's gonna happen.
All right.
The Balrog is gonna kill the father.
Oh shit, this way.
As this is my favorite thing about this episode.
Yeah.
So by the very end, the King Durin like throws a leaf through the hole into the little shaft that he dug out, and he does this forward drop. And as soon as it kept going, I'm like, oh shit, it's coming. There's no way you're going this deep and it's not coming. And as soon as it finally lands, you see the glow come out, and you just see the Balrog like spawn open, and it's insane.
God.
So excited.
Yeah. It's
I'm
gonna be
ready.
dope.
Balrog's gonna come out. They're gonna go to war. His dad's gonna die in the process, amongst the many dwarves probably, and then he can take over.
Yeah. I don't know how that's all gonna happen in 2 episodes, but
I don't know, but I just want to see the Balrog more.
Yeah.
So
give me the Balrog. Give me an army of them.
that would be lit.
I want an army. I want multiple. I don't want just one. Otherwise, it's just Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring all over again. I want multiple Balrogs and a gigantic army of dwarves just...
Yeah, I do want to see a giant battle of dwarves
Yeah.
because we don't really get to see them too often.
Yeah, I agree. But that pretty much sums it up, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, there's a lot that happened, but it's a lot of like big splashy things that kind of are just things that happen. There's not really a whole lot to talk about other than that, hey, this happened. You know, there's not. And now going forward, we're hopeful or excited to see more things. And the story is really starting to fill out now. At some point in the near future, I expect the rings to come out, and
that's the only
there hasn't been much talk about that at all.
3 episodes?
2.
2?
Yep. 8, 9.
I thought it's not
Pretty sure
10.
it's 9. Pretty sure it's 9. Yeah.
That's a weird number. I don't remember, but either way,
I don't know.
I'm excited to see what happens, especially this Balrog.
Yeah, I agree. Ladies and gentlemen, what did you guys think of episode 6 and 7? Were you excited by all of the action? Do you have questions? How do you feel about the series so far? We're excited. We're looking forward to more here at Anytime Media. We appreciate you guys being here. Let us know down in the comments below what your thoughts are. Please like, subscribe, comment, share with a friend. You can find us on social media at Any Kind Media Cast on Instagram and Twitter. We'll catch you guys in the next episode.
Bye, guys.